welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm Andy Robinson, and also we're not randomly choosing the top 10 singles chart from the past this week.
No, we're not. I'm James Cook. To celebrate the start of the commemorate the start of the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup. What?
Celebrate.
All right, fine, celebrate. We have picked 10 football-related songs that we're talking about this week as a special one-off thing.
As always, check out the playlist we attach. We like to give you a nudge towards this. Not only does it make me and James are banging on about more relevant, but also a great 10 songs about football this week.
Well, I mean, one in the first half had nothing to do with football, but it had footballers in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In case you want to catch up on that, you can always go back to part 1, but we'll give you a quick recap. At number 10, it was Shakira and Burna Boy with Die Die, the song of this World Cup officially.
Yeah, I mean, fairly forgettable, but, you know, it has worked its way in there after a week of listening to it constantly.
At number 9, it's Back Home by the England 1970 World Cup squad team players.
Yeah, the first real big football song to hit the charts, and it's an umpire song about how awful it is to be abroad.
At number 8 of the greatest football songs ever, so I'm deciding to frame it for this, James, it's Diamond Lights by Glenn and Chris.
I mean, it's the epitome of naff 80s nonsense, isn't it?
At number 7, in the greatest songs about football ever, is Ray King with West Bromwich Albion.
Which is an upbeat celebration of multiculturalism in football in the 70s.
And at number 6, finally, in part 1, was Half Man, Half Biscuit with The Referee's Alphabet.
An in-depth look at the psyche of the kind of people who decide to be abused by thousands of people every Saturday afternoon.
As always, you can listen to these songs I mentioned and, you know, rate, review, subscribe, put comments below, you know, all the stuff that people ask you when they're on the internet. You know what we're doing.
Yeah. And we've got another 5 interesting football songs to get into. It's a number 15 hit from 1998. It's Don't Come Home Too Soon by Delamitri.
Number 15. So we'd never do it in the top 10. And when we do, I'm just pushing the idea we do random top 10s usually, James. All right. Delamitri with the song, what's it called?
Don't Come Home Too Soon.
In some ways, James, has been my favourite record this week.
Oh, excellent. All right. Tell me about, well, tell us about what the song is and why you like it.
Okay, so it goes against the typical football song, which, as I mentioned in part 1, we're by far the greatest team you've ever seen. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Delamitri, Justin Curry, is saying to this Scotland, what year was it?
98.
98 Scotland World Cup squad. A very realistic view of Scotland football, I think, which is don't come home too soon, you know, don't embarrass yourselves, and we don't expect you to win. I mean, but, you know, that's a great sentiment for a football song, I think.
And particularly for Scotland, who hold the record for being knocked out of the first round of the World Cup the most times. I think it's 8 times. They've never, ever got past the first round when they've qualified. And we're going into a World Cup where Scotland have qualified. And they've got a chance of getting out of the groups. I mean, the joy in Scotland if they get out of the groups for the first time ever.
It's like a win.
Every time Scotland qualify for a major tournament, I go, this will be the time. This will be the one where they get out of the groups. And it just hasn't happened yet.
So this song would back that history up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's also, James, I'm going to say, beautiful tune, isn't it? You know, there they are. So long, go on and do your best. Let's all France and have a whiskey on its breath. That can't be right. Anyway, the world may not be shaking yet, but you might prove them wrong. And then beautifully, even long shots make it. I mean, that's pretty words.
It is. It's really nice. I think it's let friends have whiskey on their breath, I think is the actual lyric.
But the internet's telling me wrong things again.
And
You're welcome.
Look, in the 70s, Andy, and we've talked about this because I think the first record you ever bought was the Scotland World Cup.
That's right, from 1978, Ola by Rod Stewart, and I partially bought that because it mentioned West Bromwich Albion. Again, go to part 1. The Willie Johnson, the player who returned home, and he came home too soon from the 1978 World Cup for some drug-related issue, wasn't it? I used to love Willie Johnson, so exciting.
But those songs, they had one, Ali's Army is the one where they're going to win the World Cup. They're singing about how they're going to win. So all the bravado in the 70s and 80s ones, where Scotland did not get past the first round, when they were fancy to do so, they had good players and a good team, and England weren't there at all.
Yeah.
So they did all the bravado, and it backfired hideously. So here's Delamitri in 98, as you say, just with a more realistic take of what it must actually be like to be a Scotland fan. Yeah. I would guess, obviously, I'm not one.
No. Look at what you're wearing, James.
I know.
That's a hate crime.
Is it?
Don't put it up a lamppost, that shirt. It's signed, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's
faded now. This shirt's 36 years old.
You can barely make it out. Who signed it?
David Platt. From the last minute of the game against Belgium, him.
He missed a penalty, that fella.
No, he didn't. He never missed a penalty.
Did he not?
No, right. He scored the winner against Belgium. Anyway. So I think what's really interesting is that this song comes out 2 years after Three Lions. And what's the refrain of Three Lions that everyone sings?
We're coming home. We're coming home.
No, it's not we're coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming home. So I got this is the England 1970 World Cup squad.
And this is Don't Come Home Too Soon. So it's taking that, isn't it? Mm. That must be intentional.
I would think so. One would hope.
I think there's such a weird dynamic, isn't there, between the football supporters of this island of ours, this United Kingdom.
How united?
Mm. Yeah. Well, what is said about the England fans, I mean, a lot of things, is that they're arrogant and that Three Lions, It's Coming Home is an arrogant song. And I suppose it is to say It's Coming Home, although arguably that song was actually written when England were hosting the tournament. Yeah. So you could say, well, It's Coming Home means we're hosting it. But it absolutely definitely isn't being used in that context anymore. Mm. But the rest of Three Lions is about how England don't win things. And this is kind of Scotland's version of that, of saying, we don't even get past the first round. Please don't be on the first plane home.
Yes.
And it's got that beautiful melancholy to it.
Oh, so pretty, this song. He was saying, I learned in YouTube comments, and I vaguely remember from the time, he got a load of stick for the negativity. Delamitri, the lead singer, Delamitri. He got loads of stick there, he did, for writing this song, which was strange to me because I think it's, as I say, beautiful, heartfelt and optimistic.
And they did come home too soon. They got knocked out in the first round again. Yeah. And Scotland are also incredibly unlucky at World Cups.
How do you mean?
Well, I was looking at the difference between Scotland at the FIFA World Cup and the Republic of Ireland. Yeah. Okay. So the Republic of Ireland have been to 3 World Cups and have got past the groups every single time and also have been to a quarter-final as well. They have won, in the history of the World Cup, the Republic of Ireland have won 2 matches.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Okay. When they got to the quarterfinals, they didn't win any games.
Yeah.
They drew their 3 great games, and then they drew against Romania and won the penalty shootout, right, to get to the quarterfinal. Scotland have won games at 4 different World Cups, right? In 1982, they scored 8 goals.
Pretty good.
In 3 games. The Republic of Ireland have scored 8 goals in the history of the World Cup, right? Scotland are incredibly unlucky.
Okay.
They, in 1974... they won 1 and drew 2, and that wasn't enough to get them through to the next round. They didn't lose a game. You want their luck to turn. Now, I'm one of those annoying England fans that actually want Scotland to do well.
They hate you, James. They already
Scottish
hate you for saying that.
Hate if you say that. But I would argue, John McGinn, their captain, plays for Aston Villa, the team I support. There's that. And also, when I say what my national identity is, I say I'm British.
Do you?
Yes.
Despite your garb, despite your sartorial elegance, you're British. Someone says,
what country are you from? I say I'm from the United Kingdom. But, but But obviously they hate that. They hate that. They think I'm being patronising and condescending, and I probably am a little bit.
Yeah.
But this song is great fun. Did you watch the video?
Did I watch a video? I did. What a lot of fun that was. Yeah, as you say, this was good. This comment. Delamitri are hanging around an airport, aren't they? Called Scotland's Airport, which I liked a lot. Name of the thing. There they all are. Delamitri, Derek and his mates in the band, and they're surrounded by Scotland fans, aren't they? In the airport. And then fabulously later, some players come and join them.
Yeah, Colin Hendry's there. I think Christian Daly and Gordon Jury.
All right, well, I'm glad you pointed this out. Pavarotti Aardvark on YouTube comment says, England got 3 lions. We got Colin Hendry losing the ball on an escalator. Big Crumpy on YouTube says, there's a rumour doing the rounds that Gordon Jury only needed a paltry 6 takes before scoring the goal in the final scene.
What was Gordon Jury's pop-related nickname?
I don't know.
Jukebox.
Jukebox Jury, of course. The answer was there all along.
Do you know why the video is like it is? Do you know what it's a reference to? There was a Nike advert featuring the Brazil squad at the 1998 World Cup where they were all playing football around an airport and doing incredible skills and dribbling the ball and doing keepy-uppies and volleying and heading and with all the stars of that team. Ronaldo, the original one, and Rivaldo and all that lot. And this is Scotland's take on that.
It's weird with Scotland, isn't it? You're saying you want them to win, and that's slightly patronising. When I was growing up, the rumour about Scotland, if they're like the fault of the team, was the goalkeeper often, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scotland's goalkeepers. There was a famous clip of Alan Ruff, I think, who for some reason, during one game where there was some goalmouth action, decided to jump up and hang on the crossbar. Have you seen it, this clip?
No.
He says afterwards he was just trying to get out of the way, which seems a bit of a strange thing for a goalkeeper to want. I'm just trying to get out of the way.
Your literal job description is get in the bloody way, mate. Delamitri have never had a UK top 10 single.
Have they not?
No.
Oh, that's surprising. They've got some great records and songs.
But they have had a top 10 hit in the United States.
Nothing Ever Happens?
Nope.
Which one?
Roll to Me.
What a great song that is. McCartney-esque.
Yeah, and I've heard that song quite a lot, particularly when I worked on the radio. Do you know why?
I would imagine because it's super short and you can fit it in where you like.
That's right, because if you can't back time, like this guy, I need a song that's about a minute 45. Roll to Me. Shove that on as you go into the news.
The great Delamitri. I mean, I learned there's a record out at the moment to celebrate Scotland in the World Cup by Skerryvore called Never Stop Dreaming. So, it's still got a similar atmosphere to it, if you like. This is a good point from a Scottish fan concerning Scotland's foray into this World Cup. His name is spelled with a K. I'm a Kunt, I think you say it.
I think he's a German footballer from the 90s. So. Yeah.
He says, the USA is going to have a lesson in drinking. It was released in 1991. It was never a single. It was an album track off an album called Don't Try This at Home, I believe. I am, of course, talking about Billy Bragg with the song God's Footballer.
I'd never heard this song before. You put it on the playlist.
I suggested it as for breadth and scope, really, James, didn't I? So we're not always talking about how one team reckons they're going to win. So. All right, then. Did you like this song?
Yes.
This week?
Absolutely loved it. It's really beautiful. It's really moving. It's really sweet.
Oh, good.
All the good things that Billy Bragg can do. He's a folk singer songwriter, isn't he?
Yes.
He's singing about stuff, about stories. It's almost like an oral history.
And what is the song God's Footballer about?
It is about a guy called Peter Knowles. And there's a little clue right at the end of the song. There's a little bit of commentary. It says, and Knowles has scored or something like that. Yeah. Peter Knowles, who is not the only member of his family to have a song written about him.
Was it Cyril Knowles?
Yes.
Now, who is Cyril Knowles again related to?
He played for Tottenham.
And he was Peter Knowles'
older brother.
Older brother. So they say, nice one, Cyril.
Nice one, Cyril. By the Cockerel Chorus, got to number 14 in 1973.
Which, as we mentioned in part one, West Bromwich Albion adopted for Mr. Regis. So, all good stuff.
There haven't been really many more Cyrils to play football since Regis and Knowles, have there?
It's a lost name.
It's a name that's died out, sadly. But so this is Peter Knowles, who played for Wolverhampton Wanderers between 1962 and 1969. And he's notable and gets the song written about him and inspires God's footballer because he quits football 8 games into the 1969-1970 season when he was in, by all accounts, in really good form, playing really well. People were saying, he could get called up to the England team. He could have been in the choir singing Back Home. He could have been dressed up like a maitre d' on Top of the Pops, like the rest of the English squad. But no, he quits just cold. Went, that's it, I'm done.
Why on earth would he do that? For women and the life of George Best, why women and song?
No, he quits to become a Jehovah's Witness.
That's right. I remember listening to this song now and sending it to you. Okay. It's a unique football song, isn't it?
Yeah. He said, I shall continue playing football for the time being, but I have lost my ambition.
Yeah.
He would go on to work as a milkman, a window cleaner, and in the warehouse for Marks and Spencer. And this story obviously has inspired Billy Bragg to write this song about a footballer who turns his back on footballer and gets into religion.
He scores goals on a Saturday and saves souls on a Sunday. These kind of beautiful words.
Yeah. While the crowd sing Rock of Ages, the goals bring weekly wages, yet the glory of the sports pages is but the worship of false idols and tempts him not.
Yeah. Prague Wolf on YouTube says, I still remember my family of Wolverhampton Wanderers supporters talking about his departure as if it was a funeral.
I suppose it is that, if a player just suddenly stops, and it has happened because footballers have died in the past.
Yes, I read on this in the YouTube comments. He was particularly concerned, Peter Knowles, because he ruined another player's career by an injury, or that was part of the thing, why he might have been struggling a little bit with the notion of being a footballer when he could be a man of the cloth. Is that right about Jehovah's?
Well, I don't know if he went to be a preacher or anything, but
he was knocking on doors, is what I've read. Yeah. Really committed to it, of course.
And I think it's really interesting that it says about, the worship of false idols and about how footballers are, by the tabloid mentality, are called like the heroes and the idols. And they're
that's unfair to say that's just the tabloids mentality. That's the football fans' mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a tabloid mentality.
All right, then. But what does a tabloid mentality mean?
Just oversimplifies.
Okay.
And sensationalist.
All right.
I believe it was Danny Baker who said, footballers are just cab drivers who are good at football. Right.
Or DJs are just cab drivers who are good at DJing.
Well, yeah. But I think that's certainly more true of the era that Peter Knowles was playing. I think now, these footballers now are somewhere between gladiators and not the TV show, like ancient Rome gladiators, and thoroughbred racehorses, the way they are developed and treated.
Yes.
I think it's really interesting that we forget that these are young men, a lot of whom from working class backgrounds, a lot of whom are from quite poor and deprived backgrounds.
Yeah.
And we expect them, because they are good at football and because they have worked hard to develop these skills, to then also be role models for the rest of us.
Yes, that is true. Although I do feel a little bit sometimes with football, when a club will send a couple of players out to a school and everyone goes, oh, well done for community. And I think we only do it once every 7 years. You could, I think they have got a bit of a responsibility for the community. Not what Mr. Knowles did, knocking on doors, trying to get him to, all that stuff. But come on, they have got a touch of that, haven't they?
Yeah,
they should have, getting so much money.
I think they do more of it than that. every 7 years. Yeah, they do. There's all kinds of outreach programs. And
Right.
you know, they don't get to be footballers because of their personality types. Maybe they do.
Yes, have a think. Their
Maybe they
personality
do.
are being driven to become the best and all that.
But they are just young men, and some of them will be really nice, and some of them won't be.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else. And are we fools to expect that we'd get on with them if we met them in real life?
Yes, I'd say yes, we are.
Okay. I'm actually, a couple of days after recording this, for the first time ever, I'm doing a gig alongside some old footballers.
Are you really? You doing one of them gigs? Who books you? How did you get that? Can I do it instead? What is it?
It's for a charity event.
Yeah.
And I'm on before a sort of Q&A with Graham Souness.
Oh, exciting. Go on.
Wes Brown. And,
Wesley.
And Matthew Letizier.
Oh, exciting. How exciting that. Ask Matthew Letizier what he thinks about this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Matthew Letizier, his mentality nowadays, I think, sums up his playing thing. I'm doing this. I'm going my own way. I'm not,
Yeah.
Anyway, as a tremendous Paul Robbins on YouTube says, it's not just Matt Letizier. He reckons about this record. Shane Billy Bragg has moved to the right wing.
He hasn't.
He
hasn't at all, I don't think.
I'm sure he said something once to somebody. So tremendous Paul Robbins don't like it. So the point, isn't it? Whether it's Billy Bragg or Matt Letizier or Peter Knowles, we project all this stuff about what sort of life they should lead. And in this song and this record, at least, Peter Knowles and Billy Bragg are saying it doesn't have to be that way. Come on, that's good.
I think what's also interesting at time of recording is the England World Cup squad has been announced. And there's been a lot of gnashing of teeth and wailing about who has been left out and who has been included. But I will say about the players who are included, there's quite a lot of religious footballers.
Is there really? Like whom?
Bukayo Saka and Mark Gahey are quite devout Christians.
Okay.
Jed Spence is a Muslim.
Okay.
There are others in the squad.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting, because I think one of the things that has been said about Thomas Tuchel is that he picks based on personality.
So I've heard in the last few days. What's that mean, as opposed to ability? Yeah, personality is ability, isn't it, in football? A bit.
Yeah. But someone on one of the football forums that I occasionally frequent was going, "Why haven't they picked such and such a player? They've done this, 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 and this." And I replied with, "Yeah, but you don't have to live in a hotel with him for a month. He might be awful. We don't know that. We don't know, as fans, we don't know about that stuff."
Yeah, for sure. And that personality, that famous game when Beckham in Greece, but they needed to win, and he decided pretty much single-handedly to win, didn't he? There's something about his personality in that game I felt that shone through.
Yeah, sometimes footballers are incredibly charismatic and can drag a team kicking and screaming with them.
Yeah.
Look at Messi at the last World Cup. Look at, in previous World Cups, Diego Maradona. Roberto Baggio, who I know gets a lot of stick for missing that penalty, but he dragged that Italy team to that final.
I love it when you see a player almost blossom, and you can see they've had enough of how their team are playing and what's going, and they somehow transform another 21 men. It's impressive.
As an Aston Villa supporter at the moment,
and women. Sorry,
as an Aston Villa supporter at the moment, we have a goalkeeper called Emi Martinez, who is the only goalkeeper I've ever seen play for Villa who can basically stop the ball with his personality. It is amazing how you talk about someone having presence. Yeah. You know, you can get two goalkeepers who are physically more or less the same. And then there's Martinez, who somehow has this aura around him.
There's a kid we used to play at school when I was at school. He was a goalkeeper, and he got in the England kids team at our school. And again, you know, there's just something about him when he ran the football pitch. He was only a short boy, let's say, but he became physically bigger. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you know, as we've said in pop music, some people have got it. You know, you'd have not to say that about footballers.
And thanks for putting this song on. It's been a delight listening to it this week. Thank you. I will continue to listen to it in the future.
Cool. Listen to the playlist and hopefully you'll be one of them too.
It got to number 18 in 1987 when, by the way, Diamond Lights was in the same chart at number 38. It's Hot Shot Tottenham by Tottenham Hotspur with Chaz and Dave.
You chose this one, James.
Yes, I did.
Well, similarly to you thanking me, I'm thanking you for this one. This has been great this week, partially because of Chaz and Dave, of course. I love Chaz and Dave, so that, they pull this off with a plum, don't they? This record.
It's a Chaz and Dave record.
It's a Chaz and Dave record.
With a football squad singing the chorus with them. So I got into football at the end of the 1986 season in time for the 1986 World Cup. And then World Cup happened. Loved it. Then I'm totally into football. And, my dad's a Villa fan, but never went to games or had not been to a game for 20 years. And I'm from a family of Villa fans. And at my school, everyone who was into football supported Liverpool because they were winning stuff. And I was like, I don't really know who I'm going to support. And I was like, it should be Villa, really. But Villa weren't very good at the time. I was like, who are good? Who are exciting? And it was Tottenham. Tottenham were the fun team in that 1986-87 season because they scored loads of goals.
Yes.
They had a striker called Clive Allen.
That's right.
We talked about Cyrils earlier. No, hardly any Clives anymore. And because when we played playground football at lunch, at break, and at lunchtime at school, I was essentially a goal hanger.
Oh yeah,
I would stay at the goal and I would do tap-ins and everything.
Lineker-esque.
Well, Clive Allen-esque, and so I was nicknamed, probably for only about a day, Cookie Allen. So I felt a sort of a fondness for this Tottenham team because it had Glenn Hoddle and Chris Waddle in it.
Well, you had enough, James. In the late 70s, when I was playing football, I used to compare myself in my own head to Glenn Hoddle. I felt I had Glenn Hoddle. Madness.
And then Tottenham go on to be in the FA Cup final at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And this is the cup final record. And I thought it would be good to have a representation of a cup final record.
We needed one.
Used to be a thing.
Yeah. We needed one. And a great example.
And Aston Villa never made the cup final when cup final records were a thing, which is a great shame because, here we've got Chaz and Dave, big Tottenham fans. They do the song. Who are Aston Villa fans? Nigel Kennedy and Napalm Death. Now, wouldn't you love to hear that song? And it never got to the cup final, so I couldn't pick the song that doesn't exist. So I think I was in Woolworths in Solihull Town Centre on a Saturday, and I saw this for like $1.99 as a 7-inch single, and I bought it. So I had this single, and so I know it really, really well. And then I haven't listened to this song for 40 years.
And was it appealing?
It's amazing how much of it is in there. And it's been the earworm all week.
Yeah, well, it's a belter. Like I say, Chaz and Dave, I love anyway. So there they go. They're doing very much Chaz and Dave-esque stuff in their rock and roll song, if you like. Grooving, happening. And then the lyrics, James. It starts.
David Pleat's Boomer Army.
Is it?
I think so.
Blue and White Army. David Pleat and his Blue and White Army. David Pleat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was Boomer Army?
Because it's misheard lyrics, and that's the way it happens. It's gone in.
But there's the second instance of the word pleat.
Yes. While we're talking about that, in the video, do you watch the video?
I watched the performance on Blue Peter.
That's right. Glenn Hoddle's there again, isn't he? Weirdly being in this top 10 twice.
Yeah. He loves it. He loves singing.
No Chris Waddle, though.
No.
For some reason.
The director does a really good job of trying to focus on the right player when their name is mentioned in the song, because part of the song is a roll call, which I'm a big fan of. Yeah,
let's give a shout out to that director for having the presence of mind to at least try and focus. All right, then.
Yep.
And then in one verse they're going, and then old Rick, he's done the trick. Would that be Ricardo Villa, I'm guessing? He's got the best goal you ever saw.
Now, what's interesting about that goal, the famous Ricky Villa goal from the 1980...
Yes,
FA Cup final.
Comments below if you disagree.
Is compared to most of the goals that are scored now, it's fine. You will see that goal scored once a week in the Premier League now.
Don't spoil nostalgia for us,
Well,
James. It's the greatest goal they ever seen. Well, we're talking about nostalgia after Ricky Villa. Now in 87 with David Pleat's 11, we're going to do once more. David Pleat, famous for curb crawling.
What?
That's
Can
the
you say that?
David
Can we
Pleat.
say that legally?
No, what I'm saying, he was accused of it, wasn't he? And then he got whatever was going on. And then I went to the Albion once and David Pleat was there. Of course, the fans respected him by not mentioning this court case that was pending. You know, so I always feel sorry for these people in some ways, you know, when their life is, you know what I'm going to say. So that's going on.
He had quite a rockabilly haircut, David Pleat.
He did,
memory of him.
Yeah.
This is the cup final song. It's all about how 7 times we've won the cup. Now, number 8 is coming up, and it did, but 4 years later, because they don't win this cup final. They are famously beaten by Coventry City.
Was an own goal in this one or something as well?
Gary Mabbutt's own goal at the end. I can tell you some stuff about Gary Mabbutt.
Please do.
Do you know anything about him? Do you know about
Didn't he have a terrible broken leg or something? Didn't he have a life-changing injury at some point?
He had his eye socket was smashed by John Fashanu.
That's right, yeah.
He also had type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
And it was quite well known as, hey, he's got type 1 diabetes, but he's still a top-level footballer. He played for England as well.
Inspiration.
In 2018, he had part of his foot eaten by a rat whilst he was on holiday in South Africa.
No.
Yes. Because he had no feeling in his feet due to the diabetes. He woke up to find that a rat had eaten part of his foot.
Like Winston Smith at the end of 1984, Gary Mabbutt on holiday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he had to fly back to the UK for surgery.
Amazing. I like the idea of Gary Mabbutt stumbling through life with his I like getting his eye socket smashed, but there he's just, like the Terminator of some kind.
Yeah. Which player mentioned here had the most expensive shirt?
Give me a clue what the most expensive shirt means first, please.
Well, it didn't originally belong to him, but he acquired it.
The most expensive shirt.
How do footballers acquire shirts that aren't theirs?
They swap them at the end of a game.
Yes.
All right, then.
All right.
Pele's one of Pele's shirts?
Not Pele.
Maradona? Which of them players played against him? I don't know. Go on.
So Steve Hodge was part of the England team that lost the quarterfinal. In fact, he has the assist on the hand of God. It's his sort of miskick ballooned back pass that Maradona punches into the net. England lose the game. Absolutely furious. They feel cheated. Yeah. Steve Hodge, though, sees an opportunity, runs over to Maradona. Swap shirts. Brilliant. Yeah. He's got Maradona's shirt from that game. He takes it away with him. All the rest of the England squad are like, you did what? Anyway, a few years ago, he sold it at auction for £7 million.
Just having the presence of mind to get his shirt at the end of the game.
Well done, Steve Hodge.
Well done, Steve Hodge. When we do the pop ones in the past, we talk about Tiffany doing the moles, don't we? To get a famous pop star to build a career. He had a much more, as Graham Taylor would call it, a Route 1 approach to wealth.
Yeah. I mean, he had to keep it for the best part of 40 years. Like in a safe, but he waited and waited and waited and then sold it for £7 million.
I love that story. All right, then.
Chaz and Dave had 4 UK top 10 hits.
Yes.
What do you think?
I reckon Ain't No Pleasing You was number 2.
That was their biggest hit, yeah.
Kept off by Ebony and Ivory, maybe. If I've not made that up. They would have had, what was it? Rabbit?
Rabbit was a top 10 hit.
Gertcha?
Was not a top 10 hit.
London Girls?
No.
There'd be a sideboard song, of course. That would be in the top 10. What?
The other 2 are to do with sport.
Snooker Loopy.
Snooker Loopy is one of them.
And the other one is another Tottenham song.
Yes, it was.
What one? Which one?
Ozzy's Dream.
Ozzy's Dream.
Back in 1981, which was Chaz and Dave's second biggest hit.
Okay.
Obviously about Ozzy Ardiles, the Argentinian footballer who played for Tottenham. What film is Ozzy Ardiles in?
I do not know.
Escape to Victory.
Of course. All right, yeah. I knew we were going to mention Escape to Victory at some point this week. All right, then. I'm glad you mentioned Ozzy as well, because there they all are in the Blue Peter video, aren't they, singing?
Yeah.
Doc Robertable on YouTube, which I love this. This is one of my pet grudges, James. We've talked about this in the past when Cliff Richard sung at Wimbledon. Ozzy, clap on 2 and 4 for God's sake.
He does his own thing. It's his own Latin beat, mate.
Yeah.
South American.
He's syncopating it. He's putting in the accents in unusual places, or clapping like a pensioner. You decide.
Okay. So Ozzy's Dream gets to number 5 in 1981, featuring Ozzy, also featuring Glenn Hoddle.
There he is again.
So he's had 3 chart hits.
We're going to find out he was a backing vocalist for Queen or something in the future.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I wanted to include a final record. I mean, the Anfield rap was the obvious choice, but we don't do obvious.
And if you want more evidence of that, stick around for number 2 of greatest football songs ever. Number 2 of greatest football songs ever. Surprisingly didn't. You think a greatest football song ever might chart? It is Dick Cave and the Bad Cheese with the Ballad of Franny Lee.
Okay, so
you chose this one.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. Well, we chose them together, but you said it'd be a good one to do.
Okay, yeah. Well, because Dick Cave and the Bad Cheese is a pseudonym for a band called the Shire Horses, who were a pseudonym for Mark and Lard, the Radio 1 DJs in the 90s.
Yes.
That's Mark Radcliffe and Mark Riley, a.k.a. Lard, ex-member of
The Fall.
And they did a bunch of Weird Al Yankovic-style parody songs in the mid-90s, usually of sort of Britpop bands.
I supported them once as a comedian at Birmingham University. I was pretty excited. I sort of idolised Mark and Lard for a little bit. I thought it was so transgressive. They were grumpy. It was all right though. They did it, and then they did their gig, and it was, what you'd expect. It was joyous. And
to be fair, they had just met you.
Yeah. I'm not judging them for that. It's that thing, isn't it? You're looking forward to it. They've really made you laugh. They're not obliged to do that while you're sitting around waiting to go on in Birmingham University of all places. So, all right then. So we should explain who Franny Lee is. Go on, James. You do it.
So then this would be Francis Lee, who has showed up already in this top 10.
In 1970 World Cup squad.
Yes, he is.
He's there, isn't he? Yeah.
He was a footballer for Manchester City. And then after Man City, how did he make his money? This is when footballers didn't earn the millions that they earn now.
I don't know.
So he had to get a job after that. He ran a toilet roll company and made his millions from that.
Cool.
And it's referred to in the song quite a lot.
Yeah, right.
And then he becomes the chairman of Manchester City.
Yeah.
At a time when they were on their uppers. They hired Alan Ball as their manager, and they went from the first division to the second division down to the third division, what is now League One.
And yet the rumour goes that the attendances were still spectacular. So Man City fans, despite their influx of money they've had recently, there was a bit of a fondness for Man City because they stuck through thin, not just thick.
Yeah. And that's what this song is about, but in the style of Nick Cave, of course.
Yes, it's a ballad. Blue Sunset on YouTube. This is pretty snarky, but I liked it. You didn't see too much in the comments. But Blue Sunset says, ironic how Liverpool faded just as a back pass rule was abolished and football took over. That seems to be an unnecessary trolling, but here we are.
Yeah. The one thing that I try not to do as a football fan is to do all that. Here's all the evidence why your team are so bad. And use phrase like net spend and things like that. Oh, just shut up.
Yeah, I agree.
For example, if Villa were to play West Brom, I would hope Villa wouldn't because I support them.
How radical.
I bear no ill will toward West Brom the rest of the time.
Yes, it's strange, isn't it? The thing about football I don't like is that you hate your neighbours, essentially.
Yeah.
West Brom and Wolverhampton hate each other, and then I think they're pretty similar, really, aren't they? Anyway, but let's not go into that. Let's dig into the hatred.
Villa Blues are supposed to hate each other. I don't want to hate Blues fans. Some of my bloody family are Blues fans,
Oh, no.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. But this is not someone slagging off another club, because Mark Riley was a Manchester City fan. So it's an inside job, this song.
Okay. I found it unlistenable.
Yes, it is. It's quite challenging, isn't it? Mainly because Mark Radcliffe is doing an Alan Ball impression. Alan Ball, who has already showed up in this chart.
In the 1970 England World Cup squad, all right.
But Alan Ball had a high voice when he spoke, so he sings it in a kind of weird falsetto.
Yeah.
Is part of it.
I like the fact it's a ballad, of course, you know, the notion of a ballad. How would you define what a ballad is?
Slow,
boring, repetitive, hokey.
Yeah.
Franny Lee, of course, he may or may not deserve a ballad.
Well, he's got one.
I've wrote a ballad this week, James. I've done workshopping. I've been inspired.
Okay.
I was thinking about David Beckham. And when I was flicking around looking at stuff this week, I saw a song by Cruz Beckham that's just new. Yeah?
Oh, okay. The child of Beckham.
And it was really good record.
Oh,
it surprised me. Yeah, I loved it.
It's not like his brother's photography then.
No, it also made me think James McCartney put out a record this week. You know how I feel about Paul McCartney, James. And I didn't like that one so much. And I thought, this is interesting. Cruz Beckham's made a better record than James McCartney. And I thought, well, maybe James McCartney should try playing football. Then he might be. So I think about David Beckham. I'm workshopping this song, James. It's a ballad, isn't it? So it's repetitive. So gather round, people, a second, maybe a minute or more. Here is a ballad of Beckham. It's a tale of golden balls. Sets a scene. Yeah? He run ring around all the Germans. Natural talent, he'd pass and he'd shoot. Was bullied by Alex Ferguson. Hit him in the face with a boot. You have to tell a story with a ballad.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't it? Ferguson threw a boot at him. What's the next bit? He'd turn where there was some aggression. The press to him were not nice. Got compounded when he popped the question to the pop star, who's Posh Spice? Yeah?
Clever.
The newspapers, they had a field day. The rumour mill, it got so big. It was claimed he got off with his PA, who later wanked off a pig.
Yeah, I hope people get that reference. If you don't, there's a lot of Googling ahead.
I'm going for all the big stories about Beckham. I heard he got involved in a squabble, got sent off against Argentines. Some people lost all their marbles, burning effigies of him. His life is good for a folk song. There's so much to it. Everyone said he's unruly, said I'm not that kind of man. With England, he played with Wayne Rooney, who slept with someone else's gran. Some people said it's not wise. He did not concentrate on his team, got loads of money by advertising Adidas, Pepsi and Brill Cream. Only over 27 verses to go, James. Some say he's a fortunate fella. Seems like his life he's living. Perhaps it's not best to be jealous because his sons fell out with him. Topical. The rumours of why did this happen? Apparently at his wedding, Posh Spice, she danced like a bad mom, rubbed herself against Brooklyn. Are you aware of that story?
Yeah, I know.
Some people say not a wise one. He sets a really low bar. He lost his role as gay icon by being an ambassador for Qatar.
An asthma ambassador.
Had asthma while he was in Qatar because of all the pollution.
Because of all the Qatar. He had asthma.
This is the type of input I was looking forward to, James. Thank you. Let me scrub that out and put phlegmatic. His image, he tried to get clean. Waiting in line for at 12 hours to take a look at the dead queen. Cooed like it was Alton Towers.
There are 27 more bloody verses, aren't there?
So now you can stop gathering people. I've said all I can, I reckon. I hope for fuck's sake it's legal. That's a ballad of Beckham. Any good?
Yeah, I think you're the new Shire horses. Released in 2022, and it either didn't chart or it did chart and got to number 20. It's Three Lions, brackets, It's Coming Home for Christmas by Baddiel, Skinner and the Lightning Seeds.
You decided, James, you quite keen that we didn't go for the original version. We should go for this remake.
Yes, this is the third version of Three Lions that was released as a single.
Yeah.
The original, of course, in 1996, which keeps coming back anytime England do well in a tournament and has got to number one over various decades. Also in 1998, they did a new version, didn't they?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, vaguely. What was it? What were the defining features of that version, would you say?
I would say it was a lot more mean-spirited than the original. Certainly the video is. And
well,
also,
why? I can't remember it as it turns out. Why was it more mean-spirited?
there were, jokes about the Germans and stuff like that. And it felt very late 90s lad culture-y, more so than the first Three Lions.
Which, let's just point out, James, Three Lions is genius, beautiful. Yeah, I think as a song, it does everything a football song should do, does everything a pop song should do. It's, obviously the cultural impact is huge.
I remember when it came out and seeing it for the first time and going, oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is good.
Yeah, quite. As opposed to Dizzy Rascal and James Corden, which is all right. I'm not slagging it off. We think,
which hadn't come out for another 14 years.
So I don't know.
No. So they do a version in 1998, which has a lot of verses about the things that happened in 96 and then leading up to 1998, which is a very specific frame of reference, isn't it? Whereas the original one talks about Englishness over famously 30 years, although actually it's 26.
Go on, we did it in part one, James. You've got, in case I haven't watched it, you've got probably 30 years of hurt.
In 1996, to sing England have had 30 years of hurt implies that 1966, we were hurt.
Yeah,
but we weren't hurt, we were the world champions. So the hurt doesn't start until 1970 when we lose to West Germany, because that's when we get knocked out of the next World Cup.
20.
So it's actually, it should be 26 years of it, but I appreciate that that's not as nice sounding. But that was about, the experience of being an England fan while they were being terrible, but also the hope that actually it might be better. It's that sort of defiant hope in the face of all objective facts. Whereas the 1998 one is about a very specific thing, and so that really doesn't ever get played anymore. And then you start thinking, oh my God, are they going to have to do one every 2 years until we win a tournament? And what are they going to end up singing about? But they don't do another one until 2022, the World Cup in Qatar, when they kind of sneak this out under the radar. Three Lines, It's Coming Home for Christmas, as they sing in the lyrics, a football Christmas song not at all demeaning.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great lines in there, isn't there? They start off, loving that Lionesses win and thoughts of last year's final kick-in at Moscow and Turin. The blokes seem cursed whatever they try, and I think I know why. They're just jinxed in July, but it's December. And into the chorus. Beautiful.
Yeah, so there's lots going on there. There's the acknowledgement that actually England have won a major tournament because the England women won the Euros in 2022. And they would win it again in 2025. And they do it later in the song. They're like sing 20 weeks of hurt for the women.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, that's a great bit, isn't it? Because they're going, how many years of hurt for the men? Obviously, 20 weeks, we're talking about the women. So they're really acknowledging the Lionesses, aren't they? So it's a great update, I think.
And they feature in the video at the beginning, and a couple of them show up later on.
Three lions on a sleigh with she lions inspiration. Santa says, let's play the Christmas tree formation. I mean, perfect.
Really, really good. But also in that first verse, the thing about this World Cup is in December, therefore it will be different. And that kind of magical fan thinking, isn't it? It's kind of, you see, the reason we lost all those ones is because of the time of year they were at. And obviously we didn't win in 2022 either. It was another ignominious quarterfinal defeat.
And the second verse, there's so much in this song and this update. Usually, when we've talked about this in the past, when we do the normal top 10, let's call it, re-recordings often don't work, do they? This is maybe an improvement.
Yeah.
When they decided on Qatar, they should have checked VAR. It's too hot and too far. So we'll be snowflakes watching it here. This is our time of year. We'll be having a beer. And, everyone loved this in the comments. Frank Skinner, Actually, I won't because I've got alcohol issues. Great little jokes in there.
Yeah. But also that kind of the sense of England fans going, oh, I don't want to go to bloody Qatar.
Yeah.
But also now, don't want to go to America. Watch it on the telly. Thanks. What's going to be interesting is in 2 years' time, we are co-hosting the Euros.
Mm. Oh, we?
Yes.
That was great when that happened before here.
Yeah. Well, it's happening again in 2 years. Anyway, so I remember when this video sort of showed up on YouTube and I watched it, and about 30 seconds in, and it sounds such a bloody cliche.
Do it. Show the world how sensitive you are. I agree, actually. Go on.
The hairs on the back of the neck start to show up. The goosebumps start.
Yeah.
And I can't hold back the bloody tears.
Yeah.
There's something about that ching, 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 that noise
Absolutely.
in the song that just makes you as an England fan go like that. And I was trying to think about it. I feel about Three Lions the same way I feel about the 2012 Olympics opening ceremony.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There are very few things that actually have made me proud to be British/English.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, I think, oh God, we're awful. We're awful people.
You're one of them, aren't you?
Yeah. We've done awful things. We've done good things as well. We've done a lot of awful things. And there are very few things that have happened in my lifetime, because I wasn't alive in the Second World War, that have made me go, actually, I'm proud of this island and the people on it. And one of the reasons I love the England team is that they are a bunch of working class lads.
Yes.
They are not the products of privilege or, they're not there because of who their dad is, apart from Frank Lampard.
And Kevin Bond. And Nigel Clough.
Yeah. All right.
Nepo babies. We said it about LaRue, didn't we, in the past? LaRue, the pop star. Yeah. Sorry, James, I get excited when that notion comes up.
And that is I don't get patriotic when I see the England flags on the lampposts. I just get annoyed, right? But
you put them up there in your shirt.
If people put up bunting for the World Cup, that's a different thing.
Okay.
We're celebrating a different thing.
All right.
Celebrating what it's actually like to be English/British, and not what we're told it is to be English-British. This is what it actually is like.
All right.
So watching the video and listening to the song again this week, I have not been able to get through it without welling up.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to agree with you. When I watched the video at the time it came out, it caught me unawares, if you like. I think, oh, here they go, they've done this again. And there's something, isn't there? I think this is relevant. The Beatles. When they did that Now and Then record recently, and there they are, Paul and Ringo, and they're reacting with younger versions of themselves and John and George, which, of course, Frank Skinner and David Baddiel doing this video, and Ian Brody, of course, who wrote it, the beautiful, life-affirming music, I would imagine. There's something about seeing older people looking at themselves and messing around. It reminded me of that Beatles video, actually, although it happened before, but I was thinking of it. There's always something touching about that notion, often anyway. You're interacting with yourself as a younger man. It's got 30 years of, if not hurt, cultural baggage with it, this record. Yeah. So beautiful, so funny, so joyous, so righteous in its own way. Great.
But also acknowledging that it's still about hope in the face of everything.
Yeah.
And England aren't going to win the World Cup this year.
You'll regret those words. You might do. You never know.
They're going to get to the final.
Do you think?
Do you know how I know that?
No.
Because my daughter's youth theatre have scheduled their end-of-term show at the exact same time as the World Cup final.
Oh, I see. It's written in the stars.
For the first time since 1982, I'm not going to see the World Cup final live. So obviously, it'll be the one that England are in. Of course that's going to happen.
The one where they rejuvenate Bobby Charlton as well in the technical first.
In what turns out to be the greatest game of football ever witnessed by anyone, I will be in a theatre not checking my phone with a bunch of other dads who are also not checking their phones.
Well, that seems a good fatalistic way of previewing the World Cup final.
Yep. that England will now definitely be in because I won't get to see it. The England games I don't watch go very well.
Right.
I didn't see England beat the Netherlands 4-1 at Euro 96 because I was on an aeroplane.
Yes.
I didn't get to see England beat Germany 5-1 because I was in a car going to Chester. So England tend to do well when I don't watch the bloody games. So I think for the nation's sake, I should poke my eyes out with a stick.
Spoken like a true football fan, I'm going to say at the end, there's madness going on. There's self-delusion.
Yeah.
That somehow where you are when they're playing will affect the matters on the pitch. I mean, what a perfect place to... Also, perfectly, look, we're sort of public, aren't we, James? You could look at the view counts and you could argue that. But I'm going to thank Frank Skinner and David Biddle and Ian Brody for this song because it's just a winner. Whatever iteration it's in, football's the real winner, yeah?
Yeah, apart from the 1998 version, which is not as good.
Right. Let's not concentrate on that.
No one talks about that version anyway.
Thanks, everybody.
So there you go. Those are 10 football songs.
Yes.
We ain't no hooligans. These were our football songs. Didn't Do World in Motion, another song that makes my hairs go up on the back of my neck.
Of course, there's so many we can do. Please put it in below. If you've enjoyed this one, or maybe you're here for the first time and you think, why are we talking about top 10 records usually? And they should talk about that. But, we've had fun today, haven't we? We wasn't a World Cup top 10. We're talking about football. Hopefully the songs are varied enough to keep you vaguely interested. We appreciate your support. Please sign to our Patreon and all that.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Go to patreon.com/ShubyPodcast to become a member of our little burgeoning community. And thanks very much for listening.
Are we going to say come on England at the end, or is that far too parochial? Come on Great Britain.
Come on England and Scotland and actually all the nations of the world who are taking part in the World Cup. We hope you all do really well.
I'd like everybody to win the World Cup. That's our football talk.
Can't we just share it?
Can't we just share it? And also bring the multi-ball option in. Come on.
We'll be back with more charts in the future. Until next time, shooby dooby doo wop.
And bop, bop, shoo wop.